Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Diffie.
Hi, for some reason, hang on a second.
Okay. I'm just going to put you in the waiting room. We haven't started yet.
Audio problems.
Okay.
Let's see here. Okay,
Can you
I
hear
can
me
hear
now?
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you in the waiting room as we haven't started yet, but thank you for logging in.
Okay, that's
Right,
fine.
thank you, sir.
Yeah, I do sometimes have trouble, so I got in early. Just
Absolutely, and I appreciate that.
you're welcome.
And I love your background.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, love it. Okay. Hey, Larry.
Yes.
I don't have you on the docket today. Did you receive a letter from me?
No, just the emails that we traded. That you
Hold on,
said.
okay. What is your email address?
Larry.diffie@gmail.com.
Okay. Larry.Dipsy. Okay, I'm on. Okay. Oh, that was. Okay. Okay. So Larry, I apologize. I don't have you on the docket today. But I'm gonna add you to December 2nd.
Okay, so the problem here is I've got a number. For some reason, I was a ticket magnet in 2020. And I've got a bunch of outstanding stuff to pay off.
Yeah,
and
I see that. I see that. So
I'm trying to get my fines reduced, and I need to get that all taken care of before then. And I'm hoping to get.
Okay. Well, I need to have you speak to the judge. So let me see if I can get your information to him as soon as possible, and then just stand by, okay? But hang in there with me.
Sure
So
thing.
we'll definitely get you seen today.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
All right. Hey, Mike, it's Connie. Hey. Yes, I was going to ask you about that today. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right. Yeah. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. 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 Yeah. Because I mean, his driver's license does say commercial learner's permit. So, but like you said, he's still listed as a C, right? As a driver's license C. Yeah. Well, this was no, his commercial learner permit was issued May 5th. Yeah, so he did have it. And so the date of the violation was August 31st. Hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Very good. And I'm glad that you brought, because I was going to ask you about it. So, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, sir. Yes. Yes. Let me go make a copy of this document real quick and I'll be online. All right. Bye-bye. Hi, Mr. Allen. Can you hear me? Mr. Allen? Can you hear
Hello.
me?
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Okay, we haven't started yet, but I'll put you in the waiting room right now.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right, thank you, sir. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning. How are
I'm
you?
gonna put, good. I'm gonna put you in the waiting room, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. Can you state your name? Hey, oh, you don't have to be here, Connie. You've been dismissed. Mr. Gallagher? Can you hear me? Oh, hold on. You're on mute. Hold on. You're on mute. Mr. Gallagher doesn't have to appear in court today. He's been dismissed. You can't hear me? Huh. Is your volume on? Okay, can you hear me now? Mr. Gallagher doesn't have to be here today. Oh. Hey, Mike. Mr. Gallagher, you do not have to show today. Mr. Gallagher does not have to be here today. It was dismissed because he provided insurance.
Hi, did that work?
Yes. Hey,
Okay, I'm so
Mr.
sorry.
Gallagher's case was dismissed, so he does not have to appear this morning.
Okay, awesome.
Yes,
So
so he
he's
is good to go. He provided his insurance and he is good to go.
okay, Connie, thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Thank you. All right,
You have a
bye-bye.
wonderful day.
You too.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Connie.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
And who are you representing?
Trey Brown. I'm here for Dylan Lee Watkins, and he has two cases this morning.
Yes, okay. All right, well, I'm gonna put you in the waiting room. We're not quite ready yet, but we'll be right with you, sir.
Okay, is Mike here? Yeah.
Mike is, he's
here.
he's here.
Can you see me?
Okay.
Uh-oh. Froze up. There you
Oh,
go.
good morning. Good morning, Mike. How are you?
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Good, good.
Good.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you in the waiting room.
Okay, thank you.
You are so welcome.
Good. I was
Okay.
hoping we'd get that one resolved today.
Yeah. How are you? You got a haircut.
What's that?
I said, do you have a haircut? Or
Oh, yeah. I just got it this
Yeah.
weekend. You know, it was getting kind of bushy on the sides. I get to, I don't know if that's the right word. I still enjoy it, mostly because I like wearing a cape, but I get to dress up for adoption day tomorrow as Superman, so I figured my haircut needed to be a little more appropriate.
Oh my goodness gracious, yes. That is hilarious.
That it is.
I have a show cause that appeared this morning, so when I put you in a breakout room with a defendant, I'm gonna have the judge work with this show cause that popped in this morning. So
Okay. Do we have anybody else waiting?
I have Danny Allen,
Okay. Good.
and I have Larry Diffie. He's my show cause. I have
Okay.
Paul Busey.
Okay. I thought he should be pretty much resolved, shouldn't he?
Yeah, well, we sent in, or he mailed us his vehicle registration, so.
I've got them. Yeah.
Okay, so we just need to I don't know if we need to do a motion to dismiss or whatever, but.
That's probably what I'll end up doing on those. Give me 10 seconds. Let's see.
I'm surprised the judge isn't here yet.
Yeah, me too, actually. If you want to, you can kick me over to the attorney for Watkins. And we can get this ball rolling.
Oh, okay, that sounds good. Okay, for Mr. Watkins, that's
Yes.
Mr. Brown.
Brown, yes.
Okay, all right. Hey, Mr. Brown,
Yes.
I'm gonna move you into a breakout room with Mike.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome. I'll figure out how to put you in a breakout room. Give me 1 second.
Okay, thank you.
No, it's been a month. It's amazing how, you know how to do something, and then a month later, it's like, wait, how did we do that?
Oh my gosh, how did I do that? It was so easy. It was so easy for me last time. Okay, so if I go to him more, all right, make host, co-host, meaning, put in a waiting room with court. Let's see, breakout room. Assign breakout room. That's so weird.
If we're the only ones here, we could probably
Yeah.
just talk.
I was just about to say the same thing. So tell me how's his county court case proceeding?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Mike, did you get my email with the 1245 agreement earlier this
Oh, my
week?
goodness.
Yeah, I sent you an email because we're going to plead on November 29th. We're going to take a conviction on a DWI.
Okay.
They're going to 1245 the duty on striking the fixture. He's going to have to pay restitution for the blood draw, restitution for the lamp post or whatever. So he's going to have to pay all that. All of that's going to be paid up front because it's going to be a time served plea. You have no insurance. He's got an occupational license right now. I can show it to you. It's good for 2 more years. His suspension will be up in May of 23, but his occupational license is good till September of 23. So yeah, we sent you an email about a week ago, Mike, just saying,
I'm
hey,
looking through my
it's
emails.
it's from crystal@mockandbrown.com.
Okay, is it Crystal with a C or?
Yeah, Crystal with a C @mockandbrown.com. It's probably a week ago.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's see what I've got.
I just put both cause numbers on one 1245 form there, to 1245 into the county court case.
Okay, I will tell you that the only email that I have that has Crystal Mock is from Arthur, and it's to her dated, what's that date? Oh, it was actually dated yesterday, but I don't have anything from her. In fact, my inbox says showing no results from Crystal at Mock and Brown.
Okay. Well, if I send this 1245 form over to you, do you think you can be agreeable and sign that? And I'll get the plea done then on November 29th, send y'all a copy of the judgment, and then y'all can get these two dismissed.
Yeah, let me ask you this: as part of the restitution, is he going to have to do anything with regard to alcohol, take a course, anything?
He's already done all that on his bond.
Nice.
So that's why the county attorney's just given us, it was one of these deals where he's basically been on probation for a year because of bond conditions. And the county attorney just said, look, he's got to take a conviction on this. But since he's done everything, he's got his license, he's got his occupational license, he's done the alcohol class, I'll just do a time served plea. And
that's fine. Go ahead and send it to me, and we'll get it taken care of, and then we'll do the dismissal paperwork.
All right, let me make sure I have Mike, M-I-K-E, at GUEVARA law TX.com.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. So
But
how
I
do
don't
you
have any.
pronounce? Yeah, I'll get that over to you today. His please not till November 29th. And then Connie, if you just want to reset us for sometime in December or January, as soon as the plea is done in county court, I will send y'all the judgment so that y'all can dismiss these two cases. But give me a little time. The plea in county court's not set till the 29th of November.
So let's do January.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just in
it'll
case.
be January.
Yeah, let's do January.
Yeah, it'll be January. It'll be January 6th. That will reset you too.
All right. Well, hopefully sometime in December, I'll be sending y'all that judgment with a letter that says this, and I'll forward you a copy of all of that. So
Okay, I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll get that email to you today. So am I excused for today?
You are.
Yes.
You're good. Thanks, Trey.
Thank you, guys.
Mr. Brown.
All right. Thank you, Connie. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so I emailed the judge. I was like, today's court,
He set this date.
huh?
He moved
Yeah.
our docket from next Tuesday to this date, so he can be available.
Well,
What did he say?
I haven't heard back from him. I hope he's okay.
Well, me too. That's the first thing I think of when someone doesn't show up. It's like, what's going on?
I mean, that is so unusual. I mean, normally that's why I logged on about 10 after 8 because, he's ready. Oh, here he is.
Okay.
Let me admit him. Hold on.
All right.
Good morning. Good morning, Judge.
Morning.
How are you today?
Hang on one second. Let me check my. Okay, Connie, I can't hear you, so let me check something real quick.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you.
I want to see what's going on my speakers. Can you say something?
Yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Why am I not hearing you on here? I've got speakers on. And Mike, you can hear me also,
I can.
but I can't hear you guys. So let's see what's going on that. Let me see if I can get that fixed. That's always something. You think you got everything working right, and then it's always something. But okay, so you're not muted. I've got my speakers on. Let me switch to a different speakers here.
Can you hear us now? Oh.
Okay. I'm
you hear
going to
us?
go backwards and log back in and then test the speakers there. So I'll be right back.
Okay, sir. That's it. Oh, there he is again. Can you hear me? Do I have you on mute? Hold on.
I know you muted me. I just got the note that said you muted.
I didn't mean to.
Host has muted you. I wasn't even saying anything. Come on.
I can't even find you now. Oh, here you are.
Can you hear us, Judge? He's muted. You're muted.
Okay, I'm muted. All right, now
Okay.
I'm not muted, but
Can you
I'm
hear
not
us?
you guys. So that's the problem. I don't understand that. Haven't had that happen. All right, let me check my speakers again. All right. Hang
Oh my
on.
goodness, the heater just turned on at the office for the first time. You know that smell the first time
Oh,
the
yeah.
heater after it's
Like you got a fire, right?
Yeah, right.
right, let me
So that
just
means
see
you can
if I
hear
can-
me, so that's good.
And let me see if I can get into headphones down here, you guys.
Can you hear me, Mike?
I can.
Okay.
Is Alan still the only person in the waiting room? And Busey? Busey?
I have Mr. Allen, I have Mr. Landers, and I have Busey.
Okay.
So Allen would be first, Landers, and then Busey.
Judge, before we jump on into our docket today,
Yes.
I wanted to, whenever you're ready, talk to you about Mr. Chorino Alvarez from last month.
Oh, okay.
He was the guy who had the provisional CDL, but it didn't show up on the citation. The citation was in August, and he
I
was
remember
in,
that. He had a learner's permit on a CDL, right?
correct. But he got that back in May, so I actually
Yes.
got it several months, about 3 months before he got the citation. So he had it at the time of the citation. We called him with an interpreter a couple days after court, and it went nowhere. I mean, he was nice. That's not what I mean, but I was asking him, have you done any training? Have you done any courses? Have you done anything? Nothing. He's got no paperwork. He's done absolutely nothing, because I will use that training sometimes as a ground for dismissal. So generically, in these times, so we can't do the deferred on him because of the language issue. Trying to get him to understand to plea was extremely difficult, like trying to get him to, cambio, change his plea and everything.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I don't know what to do with them. I mean, I can just, in general situations like this, if you're opposed to, a dismissal based on interest of justice, then we can figure something out. But that's where prosecutor leans in these types of situations.
I leave that to you, Mike.
Okay.
I respect that in your position, knowing what you've got to do to prove this case up. Is it worth it? What do you want to do? And if you want it, and I've even had Eddie out at my other court, in Horseshoe Bay, has actually done on certain cases that merit it. It's like, this guy really has a clean record. Do you have any problem, Judge, to me just deferring it for 90 days? And if he doesn't have anything, dismiss. And I said, total prosecutorial discretion. I've got absolutely no problem with that. And I'll sign the dismissal, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fair enough.
You bet.
Okay. So, Mike, are you ready to take, who was it?
Mr. Allen?
Mr. Allen in a breakout?
I can take Mr. Allen in breakout.
Okay, hold on. Let me admit him first and introduce him to the judge.
All right. So, okay. Mr. Allen, this is Judge Madison. How are you doing today?
Good, Your Honor. How are you doing?
Good. All right. So this is Bertram Municipal Court of Record. It is November 4th, 2021 at 9:13 a.m. and we're operating on a virtual court platform through everybody's best friend Zoom. So due to the it's like the never ending story. Remember that movie? Well, I feel like that's the way COVID is. We're in the never ending story.
Yes, sir.
But I'm like, send it away. We've had enough fun with it. Yeah, I think we've all been through 2 years of this. We're tired of it. So are you doing well in your family, sir?
Yes, sir.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Well, Mr. Guevara is our state prosecutor. He's the court's prosecutor, and he's here today. You probably see him on your screen right to your left there. I don't know where he's at on the screen, but he is here today. And you've got, let me pull up your file here real quick. Looks like you got a speeding charge. That's it. Pretty simple. And
Yes.
if you like, you can visit with Mr. Guevara in a separate private breakout room. I won't hear any of your conversation. It's totally confidential between you and him. And of course, you've got all the rights everybody has. You have the right to hire an attorney if you want to at your expense. You've got the right to look at all the evidence in the case. And then you've got the right to have a trial on the case if you want to have a trial. Now, I will say this, and I never say this to talk people out of having a trial, but you know, the cold hard facts, when I look at stats from the Office of Court Administration, I've seen some of them. I was kind of surprised as an attorney and a judge that in municipal and JP courts, statistically, juries find people guilty 85% of the time. I was really surprised the number was that high. But that's why there's other options. You know, some of them are driver safety courts, in some cases deferred disposition probation, where if things are done and there's no violations, fees and fine paid, case gets dismissed at the end of the deferral period. So those are other options, because things don't always turn out at trial as people hope. And I'm, again, not trying to talk you out of your trial. If you want a trial, you absolutely have an absolute constitutional and statutory right to have a trial. But you got nothing to lose by visiting with Mr. Guevara. He's a very reasonable, excellent professional prosecutor. And go visit. If you don't get anything worked out, you come back out. We'll start from ground zero. If you get something worked out, I'm probably going to approve it.
Sir.
You wanted
Right.
to visit with them then?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Mr. Guevara?
All right, let me move them to the group.
Connie's going to get y'all in a breakout room.
Okay. Thank
All
you,
right.
Honor.
You betcha.
Hey, Mike, I made you a co-host too.
Oh, that's
Do you-
right.
Do you see where, because I was trying to do this, so I want to move you to,
Miss Connie, did you get my email okay and got that
Yes.
over? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
okay,
You want me to?
let me try it.
I think that's what we did before, right? Made you co-host, and you could actually move to a waiting room with
Yeah.
Right.
with Mr. Allen. Okay.
Thank you, sir,
All right.
So,
because it's not letting me, so.
This Zoom stuff's all new to me.
Oh boy, we're all learning about Zoom and all that stuff, aren't we? It's pretty good when it works, though. You know, it
Yeah.
certainly has proven to be an asset, especially when we get people. Sometimes they're out of town. You know, I don't want people to have to drive down from Dallas for their hearing. That's just, you know, we're not here to waste people's time. You know.
Well, matter of fact, I'm over in Houston. I actually was
There you
doing a
go.
job. Then my sister was nice to let me stay over here, so I let her know I had to do this meeting. Oh,
Yeah,
work.
that's good then. So yeah, we're get you taken care of without having to drive all the way back from Houston. Yeah.
I'm ready to open.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Well, that worked.
All right, Judge.
Well,
Judge Madison, good morning.
morning.
I do have a show cause that appeared this morning. His name is Larry Diffie. I emailed you his citation. So we're basically adding him this morning. He does have 2 warrants out for him. It's an expired driver's license and speeding violation. His name is Larry Gerald Diffie,
how do you spell that last name?
Diff as in Frank, EY.
Diffie. Okay.
Yes. The date of the violation was November 5th, 2020. And he was going 71 and a 55. And then he had an expired driver's license.
Expired driver's license. Okay. And so,
Yes, and we have not received a plea from him, Your Honor. He wanted to discuss his options.
okay, so he's not really a show cause. He's just an initial appearance. Okay.
Initial appearance, yes, sir. Yeah.
And he's not on our docket, but you emailed me his
He
citation.
wanted to speak to you.
Okay, so
And
he's
I
got an
thought-
expired driver's license and then a speeding 71 and a 55.
That is correct. And he does have several warrants out there in other places. And so he just is trying to figure out what he can do.
Okay. All right, hang on one second.
Okay. And I appreciate your time on this.
Sure. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So there he is. All right. I found him. Had to go through the emails there. All right. All right. So let's take a look here. This was November. Oh, a year ago. Okay. So he's in warrant status, right?
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor.
All right. That explains that. All right. So, wow. Almost exactly. Well, yeah, 1 day short of 1 year ago.
Right.
Okay, let's see, 71 and 55, expired DL. Okay, let's bring him on in.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. How are you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good. Like that chessboard back there. That is one large chessboard. At least it looks like it's about 6 feet tall.
I wish that was real.
You could just walk the pieces, become the piece. You could become the knight or the king. Exactly. How are you doing today, sir?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Good.
A little chilly today.
Got some cases. Yeah. It's kind of nice for a change. So it looks like you have 2 cases from literally a year ago. Tomorrow will make 1 year. You got an expired driver's license citation and then a speeding 71 and a 55. So let me kind of go over your different options and then you can decide what you want to do on your case, okay?
Okay.
The expired driver's license, once you get that license renewed, I can dismiss that bad boy for $10, I think is the administrative fee on that one. And then that goes away without a fine or court costs. The speeding charge, these are in warrant status, so, you know, there's not really an opportunity to take a driver's safety course, but is your driving record pretty good? Is that your concern? You want to try and keep it clean, or?
No, here's the problem. For some reason in 2020, I became a ticket magnet. Even as careful as I was trying to be, it was like, oh, wrong place, wrong time. And
Yeah.
maybe there were just fewer people on the road, or I don't know.
Yeah.
So I've actually got some outstanding tickets in other jurisdictions, and I've got to get all of that cleared up and paid off so I can get my license renewed.
Yeah, I got it.
So I'm trying to reduce my costs across the board so I can get it all paid off.
What kind of work do you do, sir?
I am a programmer.
You work from
And-
home, or?
Well, I do right now, but last year my client base all dried up and everything else.
Yeah.
So I was out taking some network jobs and things like that. I actually don't even have a vehicle right now, but I need to get another one.
Let me ask my court administrator something real quick. Connie, on his court costs, I know there's a warrant fee in there, but has this case been turned over to a collection agency, a collection firm that has a 30% fee, or is it just the,
Yes, it has been turned over to a collection agency.
who's that? Who's that collection agency?
That is Lineberger.
So they get a 30% on the amount. So here's what I can do for you, sir. I can put you on a 90-day probation, okay? I'm going to waive all the court costs. You'll have to pay the collection fee, but this is still going to save you about $150, almost $200. So I waive all the court costs, and you'll just pay that 30% collection agency fee, and then I'll set the fine at $200. So the $200 just has to be paid before the end of the deferral, but we have to get that paid before we release that Omni hold. So if you want to pay the $200 within 30 days, I can release that Omni hold right away.
I can pay that right this second.
Okay, so we'll do the $200 and the condition of probation pay in 10 days then. We'll do that. And then what we're going to do, Connie, is Lineberger's entitled to 30%, but it'll just be 30% of the $200, so that'll be $60. So the total will be $260 instead of it being close to $400. I'm going to do you another righteous, and as a condition of it, I'm going to straight out dismiss that expired driver's license. You don't even have to worry about that.
I appreciate
You came
that.
in and you're trying to take care of your business, and I appreciate that. And it's been a rough couple of years. I understand that for all of us, and it's been tough financially too, and businesses have been hurt. I understand that. So we're going to just, that guy's gone, the expired driver's license. If you want to do the 90-day speeding, total cost $260, and we're going to get that hold lifted for you.
Okay. Can I pay that with you, Connie?
Yes, yes. What I'll do is I will call you, and I have your email. So just email me your phone number if you have not already done so, and I will take that payment. I don't want to take it over the phone because this is being recorded.
Right.
Or
We don't
over
want
the
anyone else to
people.
get your email or anything. So just shoot Connie an email with your phone number. She'll call you privately off camera and
Yes,
get you taken care of, sir. And I'm assuming you want to plead no contest to be placed on that 90-day probation. If you complete the probation and there's no traffic tickets over the 90 days, that case gets dismissed.
All right, sir.
Okay, very good. We'll do that. And Connie, I'm also going to straight out dismiss the expired driver's license as a
okay,
condition of that deal. We'll do that for him too.
okay,
I'm emailing you my phone number right now.
Great.
yeah, and it'll be after I get out of court, so I will
this
definitely call
afternoon.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. I get a lot of spam calls, or sometimes I've actually now got a job, so I'm on work meetings frequently. If I don't pick up, I will call you right back.
That's fine.
Sounds good.
Okay,
I'm
thank you,
glad we
sir.
got you taken care of, sir. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. I think you're muted right now, Mike.
I am.
There you go.
I told Mr. Allen to come back in, so I don't know if you can yank him over, Connie, or whatever. So basically, his wife was unemployed for a little while,
Yes.
but they are both working, and she's been working for about a year. So he asked me for the options of doing community service. I don't know the answer to that, so I told him I would get with city staff, and we'll work out some kind of combination between
What does he want to do on this case? Does he want it deferred, or what is
he definitely wants a deferred.
do you want? Are you going to be recommending like a 90-day deferred, or?
Yeah, not 90, or because he expressed and if you want to do an indigency determination, we can do that. But he expressed a concern on the ability to pay the amount and ask for community service. But
Here's what I like to do, just so you
Yeah.
kind of know the way I operate. First thing I like to do is not to be trouncing on the state, but we've kind of, the state has piggybacked every conceivable court cost in the world on municipal courts. Why? Because we have the highest numbers over county and district courts.
Right.
So, it gets to the point when I started, probably you can relate to this, 20 years ago, so it's like $25, $35. Now, right out of the chute, it's $134. Then, if
Yeah.
you got a warrant, then it's $200. It's more than the fine. So what I like to do on those is, of course, the statutes now give me authority in those situations to say, okay, COVID and all this stuff going on, I can waive all your court costs. Just do the special expense fee. So what I like to do, and I'll do it on the deferreds, and I'll do it also. So keep that in mind that I have the authority to waive part or all of the court costs, and I'm pretty liberal about it, especially in
Okay.
true situations where there's really been a financial impact due to COVID or just because of life. I have no problem waiving the court costs. I'd rather the funds go to the city than they all go off to the state. So, in those situations where it really is a financial burden, I can waive the court costs, which I'm happy to do for Mr. Allen. And then, you know, we could maybe do a special expense of $150 and he could pay $50 a month for 3 months. They could probably work that.
Right. Yeah.
Let's bring him in and we'll talk to him about that. But keep that in mind when you are talking
He's
to
not
these
there.
folks.
He's not there online. So he's
I
not
bet
online.
I bet instead of leaving room, he left meeting.
Can you give him a
I
quick
see
call,
people do.
Connie, or
Yeah.
see if we can get him logged back in, and then we can
Yes,
pull him in and get him
absolutely.
taken care of.
Absolutely.
And yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, I like to do that on those cases, especially where they're borderline. Or sometimes with CDL drivers, they're like, look, we can't give you deferred, but I can waive the court costs and do the minimum, you know, we
The
do a
minimum,
minimum
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
To me, the important thing on that CDL is not as a revenue generator to get that bad driving logged. And I don't care if it's a $50 fine, you know, and no court
Right.
costs. I'd rather see
Right.
that, because that's the only thing that's going to slow him or her down is
Yep.
knowing they're going to get a citation. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I agree with you on that for sure.
We get a lot in Liberty Hill. The officers work Highway 29. There's a bus stop
Yeah.
right there. And it's uncanny. I mean, I've literally got 5 waiting for jury trials in Liberty Hill that are CDL drivers driving dump trucks and concrete trucks running past the school bus. It's not good.
That is not good.
And you can see the strobes from literally a mile away. The last one that went to trial, he waived trial by jury, and he said, "Can I go ahead and bring in evidence? I've got a camera up in the cab." And prosecutor's like, "Sure." That was not good for him.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, "Sir, in all due respect," I said, "it's dark, it's drizzling. I can see the strobe lights of that bus, and you're almost a mile away. I mean, they're strobe lights. You can see them a mile away." I said, "Clearly now I see the red lights flashing, and there you go, right past the school bus." It was game over. I mean, it was clear as crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did the school bus, did they have cameras?
They don't have the cameras, but the officers stand out there with the body cam on
Okay, good.
in the patrol
Yeah.
ur.
One
And
of
you
our
see
school
them
districts,
right by.
they have cameras on them. So when they open up, they view them. And you get people like, they weren't out. And you show them the video and here they come. You know, you're just like,
Wow.
what do you do?
That's the best when it's
Hi,
on the
Mr.
bus.
Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
We need
best.
you to come back so you can speak to
A
the judge.
prosecutor's dream, yes.
Yes, no,
Just roll the
absolutely.
video and you're done. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So go ahead and log back in and I'll accept you. Okay?
I love the cameras and the body cameras. They don't lie. It is what it is.
Yeah, people talk about, keeping police accountable. I tell people that I've viewed hundreds of body cameras, and I'm telling you 99% of the time they vindicate the officer.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't have that when I was a police officer, but the best we did have is a pocket tape recorder. And thank God for those little things, because I remember assisting an officer one time, and this girl was crazy. She was screaming and fighting, and I had to assist him getting her handcuffed. And her dad came down, I'm going to whoop your butt, blah, blah, blah. I said, "You're going to go to jail for interfering if you don't get out of here." And then the next morning, I got a call from Channel 24 News, and I just played that video, the audio.
The audio.
And they're like, "Have a good day." Yes,
Okay, we have
ma'am.
Mr. Allen
Oh,
back.
there you are, sir. You're back
Sorry
with
about
us.
that. I was in there by myself and I was like, should I leave or?
All right. So let me make sure I understand it. Sounds like Mr. Guevara was telling me that we're looking at exploring maybe like a 90-day deferred disposition, that if you complete it and there's no other violations, the
Yes.
case would be dismissed, but there's normally court costs and a special expense fee. Now, I understand you've had some financial difficulties through the past couple years with COVID and everything going on.
Yes.
Okay. Here's what I can do. The law, the statutes, and emergency orders dealing with the COVID pandemic allow me to waive those court costs. So I'm happy to do that for you. And what my thoughts are, if I can waive all the court costs and do a special expense fee of $150, you could pay that out at $50 a month over 3 months. And could you do that?
I believe we can, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to offer the same thing, and accept that offer the state's made to you for a 90-day deferred disposition on your case.
Thank you.
And so we'll do a 90-day deferred during the time you're on the deferred disposition, no violations of any law, including traffic laws. I'm going to waive the court costs, and the special expense fee will be $150. and you can pay that out, you know, or you can lump sum it at the end. But if you want to pay it out at 50 a month, that's fine. What will happen, is that what you want to do then, this 90-day deferred?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just need a plea of no contest from you then, sir.
I plead no contest.
All right, very good. I'll accept the plea. I won't find you guilty. Defer the proceedings for 90 days under the terms we just discussed. We're going to prepare up an order probably later on today or tomorrow. I'm going to sign that order, and then Connie's going to send you a copy of it, so you'll have a copy of it, sir, and you'll know everything you need to do.
Okay, and then I'll just let my wife know what's going on, and then
Yes, sir.
we'll get you taken care of.
Sounds good, sir.
Thank you, Hunter.
Thank you for coming in today, sir.
All right, sir. You take care of yourself, all right? Have a good
Yep.
day.
You too.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna admit someone and then put them in the waiting room.
Okay.
Mr. Allen, you are actually free to go now this time.
Okay, there he goes.
Very much. Don't
All
have
right.
to
Thank you.
Take care.
Good morning, sir. Can you hear us? Are you on mute?
No, ma'am.
There we
Okay.
go.
Here you go.
Good
Okay.
morning.
So I just wanted to welcome you. I'm going to put you in the waiting room. We're not quite ready for you yet.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, are you ready for Mr. Landers? Mike?
I'm just writing down my notes so I can do the form
Okay,
for Mr. Allen.
And just so you know, Mike, I also take notes. If something happens to yours, I'll have notes too.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'll draft these as soon as
Sure.
court's over, or if we have a break, if people get up.
Do you have that deferred form that I sent Connie? Connie, have you sent that to Mike so he has that defer order that I like to use?
Okay, no, yeah, I don't have it. Please send it over.
Take a look at it. It's pretty clean and easy, and it covers everything about no traffic tickets or anything else, and it lays out everything. So under
Okay.
court costs, you can just put waived, and then we're good to go. So Connie,
Yeah.
if you send that to Mike, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be great.
Thank you.
Okay. So, our classic car guy, Busey, is he next?
yes,
Busey?
yeah, let's go ahead and take care of him, yes.
Okay.
Are you ready for me to bring him in?
Yes.
Okay,
What are we doing on this one?
So this was the gentleman with the two classic cars. He did
Oh, that's
provide
right.
us the proof that they are registered classic cars.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yep. So we're just going to recommend dismissal, but I wanted.
Sure. Hi, Mr. Busey. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How are those old classic cars doing?
Oh, they're cold.
You didn't go out and put a blanket on them?
No, I didn't do that.
So I guess we were waiting, if I recall correctly, to get some proof of registration showing that they're registered. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And has that been done? Or
Yes, sir. I mailed it in. I don't know if it got it to the right address.
Mr. Guevara, did you get all that?
We did, yeah. At first it went to the county court, but it did end up getting to us. So we do have them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everything's good there. Then what do you want to do on these cases, Mr. Guevara?
So we're going to recommend dismissal. I mean, basically because if he's got the registrations on in the classics vehicles, I don't have the evidence to move forward on this.
Sure. Now, Mr. Busey, if state's making a motion to dismiss, I assume you would wholeheartedly join hands with the state and recommend that dismissal.
Absolutely.
Dismissal's granted, both cases are dismissed, and everything's cool, and you're good to go, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. I'll have to come by and see those beautiful cars sometime.
I'd love to show them to you.
Love to see them. All right, take care, sir.
Thanks for showing up today, sir.
Have a good
Thank
day.
Bye.
Take care. All right.
okay. So now we have Mr. Landers.
Right.
Hang on one second. I'm going to make a note on Busey here.
Okay.
So Mr. Landers looks like he's got a speeding 72 and a 55.
Mike, let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay. Judge, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Landers, you are on mute.
If you can unmute your microphone, sir, then we can hear you. When you've got a situation like this, do you have the ability to text him maybe where you tell him to unmute his mic or?
And
You
I
have
can,
his cell phone number.
I'm gonna chat with him, see if he can.
Okay, see if he sees the chat. Oh,
Oh, he's got his hand raised. Or did you do that?
No, I didn't do that.
now, if you click on his hand, since you got hosting, I'm assuming you can send him a message or something, or?
Yeah,
can
I
send
sent
him a
him an
message.
individual. I sent him a direct message.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
Yeah, I don't know why he's. I'm clicking unmute on my side and it's not working.
Right.
I've tried it as well since you made me a host and it's not working either. I don't know what's going on. If Mr. Landers, if you can hear us, it may be, you might want to log out and then try to log back in if there's nothing else is working.
Mr. Landers?
Oh, he's gone.
Okay.
If you want, Mike, if you want to call him and chat with him on the phone, that's certainly fine.
Okay. Let me see, where did his...
And do you have, Connie, if you have anyone else in the waiting room, then I can talk to them if Mike wants to call Mr. Landers.
Yeah, I have, it's a last name that I'm having hard time.
Pronouncing? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let me
It's
see.
Hugo Chico. Oh, here's Mr. Landers again.
Okay.
Hugo. There he is.
Hi, Mr. Landers.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Great. I'm sorry. I was trying to unmute and it said it wouldn't, the host could.
Well, you got it all figured out. We can see you and hear you now. That sounds good. All right, very good. So it looks like you got just one case here today. It's a speeding charge, 72 in a 55 zone. And just want to go over with you your rights very quickly. You know, everybody in municipal court has a right to have a trial. They have the right to hire their own attorney at their expense to help them through the proceedings and to look at all the evidence and decide if we want to take the case to trial. That being said, things don't always turn out at trial like people hope, so there are other options that can be explored. Now, present with us today is Mike Guevara. He's the state prosecutor for the court. He's the one that prosecutes all the cases, and he's here to talk to you if you want to. It's just an option. You're not required to, but you can talk confidentially to him. I won't hear any of your conversation. He take you off into a virtual conference room, and y'all could discuss the case and see if you can come up with an agreeable option to take care of your case so we can get it resolved today for you.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to visit with them?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Okay, Mr. Guevara.
Connie, are you going to set up the room? Or you want me to set it up?
I was gonna have you grab him.
Okay. Well, let's see. It won't let me grab him because he's already listed on your unassigned room as unassigned. So I'm trying to grab him, but it won't let me.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, there you go. Finally
Got
did.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
So miscellaneous, I'm gonna open up a room for the two of us.
Connie,
Okay.
did you see that poor older attorney that was in a hearing with that judge that was making his way around YouTube, and his head was a little kitten?
Yes. Yes. That's when, yeah. You know, that was when we first went to Zoom court
That was so funny. That poor guy was
and he
sweating
could
bullets.
not get his face to change his image.
He was freaking out. He's like, Judge, I'm not a cat. And the judge's like, I'm pretty sure I know that, you know. And he's like, Mary, get in here, get this thing off. He was using a secretary Zoom, and that's so funny. She had it set on those little caricatures. Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Exactly, exactly.
Now, this gentleman that's in the waiting room, what I see one here is Zachariah Kulagoli. Is that him?
No, this is Hugo.
But I don't see him on the 9 o'clock docket. Is he an add-on?
No, hold on. He is. Oh, he was the very first one. It's.
Oh, I see him.
Namdi.
Okay. Hugo
Oh, it's Akujor. It's Akujor.
Okay, his last name is Akujor.
Yeah, Akujor. Thank you. You probably did that justice.
All right, so let me go and make a note on his name.
Okay.
All right, so he has got 72 and a 55 also.
Yeah.
And that's it, just one case.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we bring him in and I'll chat with him just for a minute.
Absolutely.
Mr. Akujor, how are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing
Morning.
good.
So I'm Judge Madison. I'm the presiding judge, and this is Bertram Municipal Court of Record, and it is November 4th, 2021 at 9:47 a.m. operating on a Zoom platform pursuant to the COVID-19 emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and Office of Court Administration during the COVID-19 pandemic. So it looks like you've got just one case, a speeding charge, 72 and a 55 zone.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what you want to do on your case, or do you want me to kind of go through some of your different options that you have? Go through your different options and also advise you of what your rights are. It is a municipal court Class C misdemeanor alleging a violation of the Texas Transportation Code. Basically, it's a traffic ticket, okay? All right, so the bottom line is, though, in municipal court in Texas, you have the right to actually retain an attorney at your expense, have an attorney represent you throughout these proceedings. The state's required to show you all the evidence they're going to present at trial, and you have the right to request a trial by judge or trial by jury. Now, that being said, some things at trial don't always turn out the way we expect, and statistically, according to the Office of Court Administration, convictions with juries is about 85% or so. They're fairly high. I was actually quite surprised when I looked at those statistics myself as an attorney and judge. Now, in Texas, you have the right every year to make one traffic ticket go away using driver safety course, defensive driving. I
Yes,
like
sir.
defensive driving. Now, I'm not saying the judges get tickets, mind you, but if one did get one 7 years ago in Kerrville on the highway, that might be me. And I knew when that trooper gave me the ticket, I wasn't going to whine and complain that I'm a judge or something. I don't get a ticket. I was speeding and I knew I was. So I just went and took the driver's safety course. And why I like the driver's safety course, it's a 100% guarantee that case is not going to be on your driving record. And I
Yes,
like
sir.
to keep a clean driving record for insurance purposes, but that's just me, but I do like to make sure everyone's aware of it, that once a year you can use that thing and make that ticket go away.
Yes, sir.
So that's one option. The other one is, of course, you could have a trial. The other one is you could say, I don't want to take that driver's safety course. What about deferred disposition, where you can put me on a probation for 90 days? I'll pay the fine and court costs, and I won't get any tickets for 90 days if I do that. Case dismissed. That's sometimes people like to do that because they don't want to take the 6-hour driver safety course.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's the other options. Then, of course, the final option, some people go, I just pay the fine. It's like, okay, but it's going to show up on your driving record, when that's a conviction. So questions, comments, any concerns? I'm happy to answer any questions.
Yes, sir. I like one of the first two options. I never got a speeding ticket before, so I was,
If you're entitled to use the driver's safety course, if you got a Texas driver's license and you have insurance. So
Yes, sir.
if you've got insurance in Texas DL, you'd be good to go.
Yes, sir. I have insurance and a Texas driver license.
You want to do the driver's safety course then and guarantee it won't go on your driving record?
Yes, sir. I would like to take the best action for me. I know I wasn't. I know I need to try to get this off my record for one, for sure. So
and it's the cheapest because what we do is there's no fine. It's just basically the court cost and a $10 administrative fee. Is that right, Connie?
Yes,
so I
that
think
is
the total will be $144 in your case. And then what you do is we do require that you provide a copy of your DPS driving record, and you can go online. And I think where they're getting it kind of is texas.gov. You go there, and I don't know why they changed it around some. It's a little harder to find, but it is like copy your driving record. That's what you want. Option 3A, I believe. It's the $12 one. And right there, when you hit it, bam, it'll download it to you. And all you have to do is save that on your computer and shoot that over to Connie, and we got your driving record. And then, your insurance card, just shoot us a picture of that. We're good to go. Then you got 90 days. You pay the $144, then you have 90 days. It's a long time they give you. I mean, they give you 3 months to go take that driver safety course and get your certificate. Once we get the certificate showing you've taken that class, which most people just take online, by the way, $25 online. And you can do an hour module one night, 2 or 3 nights later, knock out another hour. So you don't have to just sit down and do it all in one 6 hours, marathon. It's just, you can piecemeal it out, which is what most people do. And then you get that done. Case gets dismissed. DPS doesn't even know you got a ticket. It gets straight dismissed at our court.
got you. Is there any way I can have proof that the officer who arrested or who pulled me over in that 29 road had his gun he used to clock me calibrated? Because when
that's if you want to go to trial, you can certainly go down that road. But if you take the driver's safety course, we don't even go there.
Got you. So the driver's safety course, is that like? Is that? I want to make sure that I know my rights here. That's not. As far as pleading guilty, that's not saying I'm guilty.
The driver's safety course, what you do is you enter a plea of no contest. The proceedings are deferred for 90 days. You go take the driver's safety course, pay the $144, get the copy of your driving record as we discussed. You do all that, case dismissed. If you don't do it, you end up with a conviction because you didn't take the driver's safety course. But if you take the driver's safety course, the case is 100% guaranteed going to be dismissed.
Yes, sir. I understand that. I'm just not trying to pay any money either if I know I wasn't, in
Things
doing.
are always iffy. I understand that.
Yeah, I'm
You never
just-
know what's
just
going to
trying to-
happen at trial, but it is a way of not paying any fine money, and then you're just paying the court costs. So there's no fine at all. If you go to court and you win, that's great. Nothing happens. You walk out of the courtroom, yay. But if you don't, you're looking at court costs, a fine. If the officer's there in overtime, that could be added in by statute. And then you have a conviction on your record in a court record, which means it's probably going to be sticking on your driving record. So that's just a decision you have to make. If you win, everything's good. If you don't, because I can't say, okay, if you go to trial, some people go, hey, judge, can I get the driver's safety? No, because we already offered it and you turned it down. It's just, it's a way of
my
moving.
next question.
Yeah. So you can't go, okay, I lost a trial. Can I do that probation or driver's safety course? No.
Okay. I would like to pay that $12, I guess.
Well, its court costs are $144, and then you go get your driving record, and that you pay directly to DPS. It's $12 for a driving record. Yeah.
Okay.
So are you telling me you want to enter the plea of no contest and take the driver's safety course? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I'd rather do that than take it to trial and take that risk of not.
I personally think that's smart, but that's just me. It's an individual decision. But I mean, me personally, I look at it and go, okay, maybe
I never got the speeding
I'm
ticket.
not sure I was speeding. I'm not sure the officer got it right, but I know I can get that dismissed at 100% guarantee, and nobody knows what's going to happen to court. That's me.
I like that better. I like
Yeah.
those options better.
I mean, if the ultimate goal is to keep that driving record clean,
Yes,
to me,
sir.
I think it's a smart decision. That's just me. That's just my personal opinion.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you want to do the driver safety course under those conditions then?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Very good. Driver safety course is granted. What will happen, sir, is Connie will send you an email, and she's going to explain everything you need to do and how to do it.
Okay.
Okay. So what kind of work do you do, sir?
I do IT support. I'm excited you asked because I wanted to tell you all this, but I didn't know how to tell a judge this stuff. But I work for IT support. I work from home, and I travel a lot. I go to like Marble Falls, San Antonio, Buda, Kyle, and
Wow.
in this service call, I had to install a card reader at a PEC. It's
Oh, yeah.
yeah, Perdinelis Electrical.
Electric cooperative. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was over there installing a card reader for their ATM machine. And I was heading back to Austin around 12. I live in Austin, so I'm not from that area.
Oh,
And
okay.
I guess leaving 281 and getting on 29.
Yeah.
I was
Coming
heading
up from
back.
Burnett, right. Going
Yeah.
up towards 183A, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And there was
Okay.
a bunch of what is it? The traffic signs. They're all saying 65. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna put my cruise control on because I drive an
Yeah.
S550. And so I was on my cruise control, and then I was like going through like the loops of 29. Like I
Right.
started to slow down, and
then
I didn't really know where I was at because it was my first time going on that road.
Right.
And I guess like going through that curve, there was nobody in front of me. It was clear, it was free. And then going through that turn, the cop is like passing me up, and I was like, great. And he just stops and like sits there, and then he turns around. I'm like, okay, I'm getting my far right lane because I know he's not pulling me over. I'm good. And sure enough, he like pulls me over and all these rocks and dirts. I'm just like, oh my God. But
So well, let me ask you this. Where are you from Austin area, or how long you been in Austin?
I've been in Austin for all my life. I was born
Really?
in Florida.
Okay, where in
lived there-
Florida?
Tallahassee.
Okay, I got a ton of relatives in Florida, all over Deerfield Beach, Miami, Jacksonville, Sarasota,
Oh, yeah.
Naples, all over. Yeah, I know Florida
Awesome.
real well. the Tambiami Trail, and 75 goes right down Florida, right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know your way around.
Oh,
there.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So how do you know
listen,
PEC?
I think you made a wise decision, and I'm going to jump off here, and you're
Okay.
good to go. We'll get you an email, but take care of yourself and be safe. But I guess when you're traveling around, you do get to go eat some of that barbecue at some of those places and stuff like that.
Yes, I do. I take an hour lunch and go eat.
There you go. I'll be doing the same thing. Exactly. Well, I enjoyed visiting with you, sir. You have a great day. Okay, we'll get you that information.
Thank you, Judge Kevin.
Take care. All right.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Thanks.
Bye. All right, we got him taken care of on the driver safety course, and then Mr. Landers, how are you doing, sir? I think you're
Yes,
there. You go. Did y'all get anything worked out?
We did, Your Honor. So Mr. Lander's two biggest concerns are, one, he doesn't want to be on probation for a long period of time, and
Sure.
two, he doesn't want it to be on his record.
You bet.
So what we talked about doing was the fine and court costs in this case are a total of $252.90, and so we talked about doing, instead of a fine, doing a special expense and doing it over a period of just 30 days.
Sure.
And so if he paid it within 30 days, it's done. I told him, since he's getting the benefit of it not going on the record, that I was going to increase the amount of the fine. It is $118.90, so I'm going to increase it all the way to $120, so $1.10. And he said that he was okay. The $1.10 was worth it keeping off his record. So the total will be $254 in 30 days.
All right, so court costs are $134, special expenses $120, which is lower than the maximum because it could go up to $200.
Correct.
So you're still just a little bit above half of what the fine could be.
Right.
All right, so special expense fee is $120, court costs $134, so the total $254.
Right.
Don't get any tickets for 30 days. That's pretty easy. Get a little block of wood, put it under the accelerator. Good to go. Just kidding. Don't really put a piece of wood in it. All right. So if you do that, of course, and there's no other violations, I'll sign the dismissal, case dismissed. And DPS doesn't even know you got the ticket, see?
Right.
So they won't even be aware of it. It just gets dismissed at the municipal court level, and you're good to go.
Thank you.
All right, so I'll go ahead and approve that order, and then the prosecutor's going to draft up the order, and I'll sign it, and then we'll email it to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you both of you.
All right, Mr.
Thank you,
Landers,
Mr. Landers.
take care, sir. You have a good day.
You also, thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right.
Hey.
I'm gonna make a note here on my docket here.
Yeah.
And Mike,
Yeah,
I
his
did,
big- Go ahead.
send you the deferred.
Oh, okay,
I
good.
sent you the deferred one.
Okay, great.
Good. I'll draft that for both Mr. Landers and Mr. Allen and send that over to you. Yeah, his big thing is, I don't want to do 90 days. He's
Yeah.
like,
I've got no problem on a short deferred. That's no
Right, okay,
heartburn
good.
for me.
Because we talked about driver safety course, but when you talk about it and you add it up, it's $200. It's $144
You're right,
plus
true.
code cost $12, and then plus you have to pay for the course.
True. Good point.
Okay, it looks like we do have a 10 o'clock that has checked in, but I have not admitted her yet, or them.
Okay, who is it? So are we done?
I don't
with
know
the-
yet. It says Galaxy Note, so that's who's.
So right now, let me just make sure real quick while we got the docket in front of us.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Kujor, we got him taken care of, and he's
Yes.
going to do the driver safety course. Daniel Allen, 90-day deferred, waive the, court cost waive, special expenses, $150. Paul Busey, case dismissed. Paul Busey, case dismissed. What about James Gallagher here? It looks like he's got a no insurance. Is he
Yeah, so
eligible?
we sent him a 90-day deferral offer accepted by his attorney.
Oh.
And so that was done on the 28th. So I don't know if we've gotten that signed back yet. I will check.
Okay,
Connie.
through attorney. Very good. Okay,
Right, through
perfect.
attorney,
I'll
yes.
make a note on my docket sheet here. So that's going to be taken care of. What about Zachariah Kuloli?
We scratched him from the docket just yesterday afternoon. He is on a deferred.
Oh, that's the one I was talking about. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What
So
about Gallagher then? What's the deal on Gallagher? Has he made an appearance?
Gallagher presented insurance yesterday. I did verify the insurance. And so we have a motion to dismiss that I will forward to you.
Perfect. Case.
Yeah, so he showed three months of prepaid.
Yes, actually a full, yes.
Good. Okay.
Full year, nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, for a year, actually, yeah.
All right, Larry Landers, we're going to do a 30-day deferred on him. And what about Dylan Watkins? Have we heard from him? He's got 2 cases, open container, no DL.
Yeah, so his attorney showed up this morning, Trey Brown, and discussed with him. So they are pleading guilty to I guess it's a DWI, the underlying, and their plea date is, what did he say, the 29th of this month, I think is what he said. So the Monday after Thanksgiving. And they're going to send it to us. He's already done a alcohol awareness course. Of course, he's set out some time as well in jail. And so we're going to do, once they send us all the plea and everything, we reset him for January with the idea that he's not going to come back, that once we see all that information, that everything he's done in the case, we'll just do dismissals on this.
Okay, because he's going on a higher charge.
Correct.
Right, got it. Okay, perfect. Okay, got all my notes on that. Let me save that.
So that's everybody. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's everybody.
Yeah, for the 9 o'clock, yes.
Awesome. Wow, that's
So
amazing.
I have two in the waiting room, so let me admit them and just and find out who they are.
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello. How you doing, sir?
Can you hear us, sir?
We can see you. Can you say something? It's connecting to audio right now.
Okay.
How are you doing, sir? Bingo. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. What's your name, sir?
My name is Albert Okozabon.
Let me grab this sheet here. Okay, Albert Okuzabon?
Okozabon, yes, sir. You did good. Yeah.
Hey, I'm feeling pretty good about myself then. All right. All right,
Okay.
sir. It looks like you've got just one charge of speeding 69 in a 55-mile-an-hour zone. And we lost your signal there. Can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. All right. So you've got different options today. You have the right to hire an attorney at your expense if you want to. Look at all the evidence in the case. State's got to show you everything. Lay all the cards on the table. And you have the right to have a trial if you want to have a trial. Now, a lot of people don't necessarily want trials because they don't always turn out the way we hope they will sometimes. So there are other options to go into trial, and there's other options other than just paying a fine and having this going on your DPS driving record. So the nice thing about our court today is the prosecutor's here today, Mr. Guevara, and he's happy to meet with you privately, so I don't hear any of your conversation. If you'd like to meet with him, y'all can talk about your case, and maybe you can come to a resolution. I'd say about 90% of the people that talk to him get something worked out on their case.
Your Honor, how long would that take, if I may ask?
Say again?
How long would that take for me to wait for the prosecutor?
Here.
Okay. Y'all want to go
yes,
visit then, and then
Right.
you can talk about the case.
Okay. Okay, great.
Very good. Hang on. We're going to get you in a private room, sir.
Okay, sir.
Very good.
Okay, Mark, I'm going to have you grab him.
Okay. Will do.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. I'm about to, what is it? Okay, here we go. There we go. Got him.
And that's speed 69
Okay.
and 55. All right. And then, Connie, we have
I have
somebody
this
else.
Here, I'm admitting someone right now.
Okay.
I don't know who it is yet.
It's Galaxy.
Yeah.
I guess Galaxy, that's the Samsung phone? The Galaxy?
That is.
I used
that
to have
is.
Samsung. I have iPhones now, Apple iPhones, but I've loved my Samsung. It was a great phone.
I did too. And then I became an iPhone person.
I did too. Whew, boy, they're expensive. I just upgraded to the newer ones. My wife and I, and then new iPad. Oh, golly, that was a lot of money. These things are $1,000 a whack, these phones.
I know it.
But of course, it's a mini computer. It does everything, right? I mean,
Very nice, very lovely. There's a lot of things I don't use just because I don't know how.
yeah, me too. Me too. You remember the old flip phones? We thought that was really something. It had a little antenna you pull up. Hello.
Or even back in the day, a big phone.
Oh yeah. Hello there.
Good morning. Oh, this is Ralph. This is St. Clair, Ralph St. Clair.
How are you,
Right?
sir?
Good.
Okay, let me grab your file here. Okay. All right, so this is the one where we had some high weeds and some stuff going on. So Connie, has anybody been back out there to take a look?
Well, that would be our question for Mike, because I know that Mike was going to go out there to inspect the property. I know that Chief said, the police chief did say that it is looking good.
Okay. You got some work done over there and we're able to get cleaned up?
Yeah, because I was just wondering, because I got this the next day after our last meeting.
Well, that's because we reset it just in case.
Yeah, we
we
reset
reset
it. Yeah, so as soon as the prosecutor comes back, what we're going to do is visit with him and then find out what he wants to do on it, because I don't have the power to dismiss the case, but he does. And of course, he's the one that has to try him. So if everything's good, listen, it's like this. It's one less case for him to have to worry about. So he's more than happy if everything's taken care of. You know, some cities do this as a revenue generator. Bertram doesn't. They just want to get compliance and they don't care about the fine money, which is nice because, you know, unfortunately, some cities are like, we want that fine money, you know, and that's not the way it is at Bertram. So their position is, hey, you get it fixed, we're going to dismiss it, everybody's happy, and everybody goes on their own way. That's the way they like to do it, and I like that. I think that's a good way of handling it. I like that.
That is correct.
So
all right, Ralph.
If you'll hang with us, what we're going to do is put you back in the waiting room, Connie, if you can do that. And as soon as our prosecutor gets back, we're going to pull you back in and get you taken care of.
All right.
Okay. Hang with us. All right.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Not, no one else.
How was your meeting with Tracy? Did y'all get some stuff done? She said it went really well.
Yes, she was very, very resourceful.
She's a great resource.
Knowledgeable, good trainer. I took her for barbecue.
Do what?
I took her for barbecue.
Where'd you go?
We just went here. It's Hill Country Smokehouse.
How is that? I've never been there.
It's really
I love barbecue.
good.
I love all kinds of barbecue. I'm down for any barbecue.
Yes. Well, the owner is actually he was brothers to they were partners with Smokey Mo's.
Oh, I like Smokey Mo's. Yeah.
So I took her there. Just we wrapped it up about 3:30.
Okay.
So definitely went through understanding the failure to appears.
Right, because that's a whole new thing, and I don't think we were really doing that before. As
that is correct.
The previous
that is
judge
correct.
didn't want it done that way, and I like it, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because first of all, it's accountability for not showing up in court, and second of all, from a prosecutor standpoint, now I've got a speeding and a failure to appear. It gives you so much more negotiating, like, hey, plead to the speeding and I'll drop the failure to appear. Well, I don't know if I want to do it. Well, the failure to appear is $500. Okay, I'll do it. I mean, you know, it's a no-brainer.
Exactly, and that's what Tracy said. It's a good bargaining.
It's a great bargaining chip for the prosecutor.
Bargaining, yes.
Yeah.
And then we did discuss show cause, which I'm getting it now.
Yeah. It's all a learning experience. I've been doing it 30 years and I'm still learning.
And worked on.
And don't feel bad because, listen, I started as an attorney, as a judge, and my head was swiveling around. I'm like, good Lord, this is totally different. I think some of it's easier in district court and county court because municipal law is just kind of a little of this, little of that, little of over here, you know, this code, that code. Oh, my God, it's got so many things.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's easier doing felony cases, honestly, than doing municipal law because there's just so many nuances. And
There is.
you know, it took me 2 to 3 years. Like, okay, I'm starting to get it now.
Yes, yes. And then as far as form wise, she did assist me with macros.
Oh,
So,
good. Oh, those are
yeah, so those are nice, just pushing a button.
It's kind
and
of
then
a
all
pain
the
up
forms.
front. You know,
Yeah.
you go, I got to do this, but then you go, boy, once it's done though, it's going to be streamlined like a steam engine going.
I know Tracy said that, you know, when she's talking to you, and of course she knows you very well, and then she knows what you're going to do. So she'll print out the forms and get them done and sent to you.
Right.
I'm not there yet. So I have to pay attention, one, to the court,
Yeah.
and then afterwards I will get it done.
There you go. There you go.
Because I'm not quite yet, because I'm working here on the laptop, and then I have my computer here. Of course, I can turn around and do this, but I'm not that
Right.
fast yet.
Yeah.
So, but I will get there.
Are you pleased the way everything's going?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
And
And
has Georgina asked you how she feels we're getting along and everything's going?
yeah, I know. You know, she just doesn't.
I
want
told
me
the
to-
city, I said, I'm a team player. And, you know, a lot of people will say anything to get a job.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, by now, I'm always here to help. And
Absolutely.
And the same thing with Mike. Hey, Mike, if you want to do this on that case, 99% of the time, I'm going to go along with it. Yeah.
No, absolutely. Georgina doesn't want me to quit and get frustrated. And I'm like, no, I would never do that.
Right.
I said, I love, you know, I enjoy working with you. You are very knowledgeable, and having a counterpart, you know, like Tracy to, you know, ask questions and bounce off, you know, having that resource. You know, I'm all about resources.
Me too.
So
And I
just
bounce stuff
guide
off
me.
other judges as well, you know, like I love Ed Spillane over in College Station. And of course, Ryan Turner. I've known Ryan for 20 years. I used to be the president of TMCEC. So I was on the board too as a director. And I, you know, I'll call it Mark Goodner or Robbie, whatever. I'm not afraid to ask. You know, that's the thing. It's like, it just, you know, you just ask and you learn and you share. And it's like, oh, okay, that's what y'all do. Okay, well, maybe we'll do that. You know, I love to learn. And again, like I said, anything I can do to make your job easier and streamlined, let me know. If we can do it legally, we're going to do it and make standing order, whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So no, I'm enjoying it. I enjoy learning too. So, and I'm a hands-on person. So once I really start getting, you know, the processes and the court procedures, I think that's what I need to work on too. And that's what my next probably training session is, are the court pieces of it.
Sure. Oh, hey, Mike.
Okay.
Are you going to bring the other one in?
He
You know
should
how?
be.
Oh, here, move to main session. Let's see if he comes back.
I've done that.
Huh.
It's not working. I pushed the button.
There we go.
There he is.
Okay.
Mr. Argsbon, how are you?
Good, sir. Thank you, sir. Your
Good.
Honor.
Did y'all get anything worked out?
I think we did, Your Honor. So let me just give you a little background, and please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. So he works at a job where it's been difficult with COVID, with both he and his wife. They have a 17-year-old autistic child at home, and they have a couple other children who are a little older that they're helping with school, taking some courses at ACC. His license is very, very important to him because that's what he does. He drives people. He's on call to do that, which is actually what he was doing on the day that he got the citation. So one with money being tight and one with his license being so important to him, my recommendation to him is that I told him he's going to have to come back in 90 days and talk to us. But if he doesn't have any citations at that time, then I will recommend dismissal without any fines or court costs. I didn't want to have him have to add that on to his concerns with having to pay.
Is this a regular operator's license or CDL?
Just regular
operators. So let me make sure I understand. It sounds like what you're offering is a deferred prosecution. If he doesn't have any violations in 90 days, then the state's going to dismiss the case and present a motion to dismiss for the court. Is that right?
That is correct, Your Honor.
I've got no problem with that. That's absolutely fine. And you've got a lot on your plate. Yes, and I understand that. So you've got a child who's got autism, is that right?
That's correct, sir.
Okay. How old's your child?
Right now he's 17, but in a special education in a lower grade, he cannot catch up with his mates, you know.
Yes. Well, God bless you for taking care of that your child, sir, and obviously all your kids. You sound like a wonderful guy and a great father.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate you, and got a great prosecutor here who's got a lot of prosecutors like to rack up notches. We got a prosecutor here, top-notch professional that cares about people, and he's going to dismiss your case. So just don't get any tickets for 90 days, and
Yes,
I'll
sir.
be happy to sign that dismissal he presents to me.
Oh, great. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Well, listen, you take care of yourself, and then we'll be back in touch in 90 days.
Yes, sir. Am I going to get a notification on that to keep in my file?
Connie,
Am
you
I
gonna
Yes,
gonna
mail?
get
Yeah,
something to keep in my file?
you will, I'm sorry, if the question was, were you gonna receive notification? Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
great.
absolutely,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Well, take care of yourself and stay well, and be careful out in those streets, all right?
Thank you, sir. I'm so emotional right now. I really
Well,
appreciate this understanding,
sure.
and I will obey law at all time, you know, while I do something to take care of my family. Thank you very much.
Very good, sir. Well, you take care. You sound like a wonderful guy. Take care of
Yes, sir.
yourself, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, bye-bye.
Yes,
Right,
sir.
thank
Bye.
you.
And we've got Mike, Mr. St. Clair. That's the one with some stuff. So let's go ahead and bring him in, and you're good to go, sir. Thank you, Mr. Erzman.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for coming in today, sir. Yeah,
So, Connie, you can bring in Mr. St. Clair and then see where we're at on that case. Okay, we got everybody back now, sir. Mr. Guevara, have you had an opportunity to look at the property or talk to folks who have looked at the property? Or
I have sent the last pictures I have were from October, and they don't seem to October 4th, so a month ago from now, and they don't have. So right before the last court date, I've emailed Chief Kyle to see if there were any updated pictures. I don't have any. Connie, I don't know.
Connie, what?
I know a couple of days ago, Chief did mention that he has made big improvements.
Okay.
So, yes. And then Mr. St. Clair, the batteries, was it the batteries also that were removed?
Yes,
Yes.
Where did
Yeah.
those go?
back in the shed.
So you just moved them?
Yeah,
Do you have somewhere to get those things taken care of? You know, I know you have to pay a couple of dollars for each battery but they've got to be, placed somewhere that can recycle those things safely and environmentally sound.
they pick them up every week.
Okay, so they're going to come pick them up?
Yeah, they pick them up every week.
Okay, all right, okay. So you've already got a service that does that, okay.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Guerrero, what do you want to do? Do you want to reset so you can talk to the chief and get a picture or two, and then we can get this resolved?
That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to reset. I think we can reset it to just next month. And Connie, I'll work with you. I don't think it's going to be
Okay.
100% necessary that he comes back in. If I
Yes.
get the information that I need, then
Yes.
we'll just let him know that we'll dismiss. But if there's still some concerns, then we'll reset him and have him come back in.
How's that sound, Mr. St. Clair?
Okay, works for me.
All right, sounds good. Well, we'll get that taken care of, and then we will notify you. So if Mr. Guevara looks at everything, says, everything looks good, then he's going to file a motion to dismiss. I'm going to sign that dismiss, and then we're going to call you and say, cases are done, and you don't need to worry about it.
Thank you.
All right, sir.
I could always start my phone and walk the yard for you.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you're at your
that?
yard? Yeah, go ahead.
Let's do that. Maybe we get this taken care of now.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying not to fall out of the truck.
Okay, that's a
Don't
good
do
thing.
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's very good. Yeah, everything else, obviously, you know, what's behind the fence, we don't have, that's not part of this. So that one can and a motorcycle, I don't have a problem with that. I mean,
Yeah.
no, I think
Can you
we're
scoot
good.
over to the left? Yeah. Oh yeah, that looks really nice.
Yeah, you've done a nice job, Mr. Sinclair. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what we wanted. So yeah, based on that, Your Honor, then
Yes.
you know, I will recommend the dismissal at this time on the citations. And you know, Mr. Sinclair, make sure you keep it up though, because I don't want new citations written because you got more growth or you know things piled up and see you back in here. It's not that I don't want to see you, I just don't want to see you here.
Sorry, I was trying to get the traffic.
Yeah, so what he's saying is just keep up with it, and then that way we won't have anything in the future, okay? But
Oh yeah, how you going, guy? He's once, twice a month. Whoa. There we go.
oh, okay, I was kind of having to go upside down. I felt dizzy for a minute there.
Now, my one guy, he comes either every 2 weeks or 4, depending on our rain and when we get sun to keep it cut.
Okay.
He cleans up everything and
All right. Well, everything looks great. State's made a motion to dismiss orally, and I'm granted that. All 3 cases are hereby dismissed. You're good to go. Keep doing what you're doing. Looks great, sir.
thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right, good to go. Have a good one.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Connie, do we have anybody else present at the 10 a.m. docket?
I do have someone who is about to log in, and that's Stephanie Collins. She is representing Christina Filburn.
Over. Okay, very good.
Filburn. Looks like a PODP and a speeding. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting for her. That's who I was calling just a second ago because
What's
she
the
didn't have
attorney's name again?
It's Christina. Oh, Stephanie Collins.
Okay, Stephanie Collins. Very good. Okay.
So we're just waiting for her to log in.
Okay. And so Filburn's PODP and the speeding 74 to 55. Okay.
And we have not heard from Mr. Flores. Christina Miza is doing the driver safety course, so scratch her from the docket.
Which one?
Christina Miza, M-E-Z-A. Yeah.
Can it be driver safety course granted?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And the no-show was on Jonathan Flores, so it's going to be, unless he appears magically, it'll be a no-show.
Right. And then Valerie Borland.
Borland, yeah.
Borland.
Is she a no-show?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to put her down for an FTA and a no-show. Okay. Let's see. And Mr. Albert Akuzaban, we're going to do a 90-day deferred process. 90-day.
Right.
Oh.
Perfect. And okay, that's Filburn, St. Clair. Oh, good. Okay. Well, that's good. All right.
Okay. I have Stephanie, so let me admit her to the.
Okay. Great. Ms. Collins, this is Judge Madison. How are you doing today? Ms. Collins, I think you've got your microphone muted. There we go.
I do. I did. I'm sorry. I hadn't turned my
Yeah.
the ability to hear on yet when you called my
Okay.
name. Sorry about that.
All right. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Everybody's here, and I guess you're here on this case involving Miss Christina Filburn. Looks like a PODP and a speeding. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. And of course, Mr. Guevara is here today. Did you want to all go visit so you can talk about the case in private?
I would appreciate that. Yes.
Sure. Okay, I'll let Mike take over then.
Cool.
All right, I will set up the breakout room. I'll pull you in.
Great.
Okay. They are gone.
Oh, still there.
Oh, you're still here? Your face was frozen.
There we go.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
so that nobody's waiting right now. So
That is correct.
I'm gonna.
Regarding show cause real quick,
Yes.
there were some that were supposed to appear at 10 that haven't no-showed yet or
Okay,
haven't showed
let
up
me
yet.
grab them. I'm gonna grab that real quick. Okay, so I've got that pulled up right now. Let's
Okay.
go over this.
Okay.
Valerie Borland. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Valerie, she hasn't appeared for her pretrial, but I actually did an extension for her, so I have not gotten a plea from her. So technically, that's not a show cause. So, what do I do if she's past her extension date?
Okay, so what are we doing? What is her case?
It is fail to show proof of financial responsibility, expired driver's license for the two violations that we have here.
But she has
On
not
the-
entered a plea and she's not been placed on a probation?
That is correct. She was in extension status to pay, and she has not.
But she never entered a plea.
We
Okay.
gave her a 30-day extension.
We need to get a plea. So let's reset her for a second appearance.
Okay.
And then we'll just put her on the regular docket rather than a show cause because she hasn't entered a plea. So she really needs to be on an appearance docket. And we'll put both cases of hers. And then it'll be like fish or cut bait. What do you want to do on these cases? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Charles Gore, what's the deal on him? Is he a driver safety course or deferred or?
Yes.
And what has he not done? Is he a driver safety course or a deferred disposition probation?
For Charles, let's see. I apologize. Let me grab his file real quick. Now, and I learned this. He hasn't paid the 144.
Okay, I see. I see now. You've got a sheet here that show,
Yeah.
and that needs to be called show cause here, not show pay. So we need to change that.
Oh yes, yes.
Hang on,
There's no such thing as show pay. It's show cause.
Yeah, and I've got actually Adobe that allows me to change that. So I'm
Okay,
gonna
good.
put
Thank
show
you.
Cause, and let me type that in.
And I learned from Tracy, don't accept a driver safety unless they have the payment up front.
Right. All right, show cause hearing.
Oh, I know. This was actually, this was a discretionary. And this was interesting that I learned from Tracy. The judge would allow a discretionary if they pass their due date to take a discretionary driver safety course.
Right.
But it would be at the fine itself. So the fine was.
Well, wait a minute. On discretionary, though, you can't do a fine. You can do the court cost, but not a fine.
Exactly. That's what I learned.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's this payment plan, though? He was a no pay on a payment plan?
No, he did the discretionary, but failed to pay the 242.90.
All right, so let me back up. He
The
entered a
non-payment.
plea. He entered a plea and requested driver safety course, though?
Yeah.
And is he taking his driver safety course?
Okay. All right, let's back up.
So,
All
wait a
right.
minute, just so I understand, driver safety course was granted by Judge Simon.
Okay. So let's scratch everything that I just said. Actually, yes, Charles Gore started a payment plan and did not complete.
Okay, so wait a minute. So not a driver safety
That
course,
is
it's a
correct.
final conviction.
I had him mixed up.
Okay. So, all right, so he's just a non-payment on a payment
A
plan.
non-payment, that is correct.
Non-payment, no show today, that makes it real easy. So he owes $242.90. All right, and he was ordered to pay that. He didn't pay it. He failed to do all his conditions. He didn't show up today, which means he's going to get a warrant. And he owes $393. I guess that's the total, new total. Today is November 4th, 2021, and I'm ordering a capious pro fine now because he no-showed and he owes that money, and it's the final conviction. Okay, very good.
Okay.
Now, what about Michael Mumford? Is that another payment plan, it looks like?
He actually, we need to scratch him. He did pay prior to court.
So defendant has finally paid. Okay, good deal. Good deal.
Yeah.
All right. And let's see what else I got here. Okay. I've got, I got one here. Jerry Lovick, driver safety course. Didn't provide the certificate, didn't provide the driving record. See, this helps me so much because I can see everything that wasn't done. He hasn't paid the court costs. He hasn't provided a copy of his driving record. He hasn't taken the driver safety course. Basically, he's done nothing.
He just made the request, provide insurance and driver's license. That was it.
Wow. Okay, he's done nothing. I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
And all right, and he no show today. So I'll make a note here. No show. No DL record. No court costs paid. No driver safety course. I think that sums it up. So this is going to be a final conviction to report to DPS. And what I do is I max the fine. So the fine, instead of being $108, goes to $200. So that is going to be $200. And I will sign this November 4th. Capious pro fine to issue for his arrest. He owes $200. Okay. Angela Waddell, no driver safety course certificate, no driving record, same thing.
Yes. And I did learn that they cannot take a driver safety course because it's a seatbelt child. I learned that from Tracy.
Oh,
it has to be a
seatbelt for
special
yourself,
course.
you can do it. Right.
Right. It has to be a special course.
But she's done nothing.
Yeah, correct. See, I learned a lot with Tracy here the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
All right, so that's going to be a final conviction. And the max fine, I think, is $200 on that. So we will charge her $200 plus the court cost she hasn't paid.
Okay.
And that takes care of her. And let me just scroll back up, make sure we got everybody here. And what did you say on Borland? What did we say about Borland?
On Borland, we did.
Oh, those are going to be set on the docket, the
Yeah.
appearance docket. Reset.
We're gonna do.
or
We're gonna do a second notice.
You're right. So no warrant, just reset on a parent's docket. And then if she no shows on the parent's docket, I'll issue warrants for arrest.
Right.
Okay. All right, that's everything. on
But
the
she
sheet.
also, but she also is a failure to appear.
On the other charge,
On
that
the
she
other
was
charge,
supposed to appear. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, that takes care of the show cause docket. Very good. All right, while we're waiting for Mike, I'm going to jump over here. I got a message from.
I'm here.
Okay, hang on,
Oh.
Mike. Let me grab the. All right.
This will take 30 seconds.
Okay, let me bring you back here so I can see you. And this is going to be on Christina
Sure.
Pilgrim case, the POD.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good.
So there was a discovery request in this case, and we did send the discovery, but the wonders of technology, there was a timestamp on it, and so delete or kicked her out or something. So we just found that out, and so we resent it to her this morning while we were on together. She was downloading, make sure she had access and all that kind of stuff. So she's doing that right now. So we're going to reset for the December date with the hope that we can figure something out and not actually have to come back on.
Okay, so reset both cases for December docket. Very good. All right, perfect. Then we'll come back in December. And if in the meantime, obviously, if y'all want to discuss on the telephone and get something worked out, then 99% of the time I agree whatever the prosecutor and the attorneys get worked out. I'm pretty easygoing. I usually, go along with whatever y'all agree to.
Wonderful. Judge Madison, are you the new judge here in Bertram?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Are you still at Lakeway too, or?
I'm at Lakeway. I don't know if I hold the record right now, but it's 7 courts, and the councils always go like, "How can you run 7 courts?" And I try and explain that actually, if you're a good time manager, which I am, that it is kind of the benefit of having multiple courts is I can really hone my forms and really have a lot of good stuff. Sometimes easier than somebody just has 1 court, because I can get them down really good and share forms that I've already created. So that's what I do. It's just time management, and but I'm happy to be here. So my furthest away is Bruceville Eddy, which is right next to Lorena before you get to Waco. Yeah.
I actually have a case in Bruceville Eddy right now, and I had the same defendant had a case in Lorena as well, and I was told that the prosecutor was going to dismiss the case in Lorena because the officer who issued the citation is under indictment in some county, and so.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I don't know the story on that, but it's the first time I'd ever gotten a dismissal that way, and so.
Yeah,
kind of,
well, that's just kind of music to a criminal defense attorney's ears. I mean, it's like. Now, I got to tell you a funny story. I applied out.
I don't know how.
I applied
and it's more major cases. I don't know what's going to happen, but go ahead. I'm sorry, Judge.
So that's a good thing. You can go back and tell your client that it's probably not going to make a stellar witness when they're under indictment, I'm sure. And speaking of indictments, I applied for a position over at City of Llano, and they lost like half their police department was under indictment. Everybody there, and so I went over there about a year ago, I guess, and did my dog and pony show and explained everything, the benefits of having an attorney as a judge to get those blood search warrants and evidentiary search warrants for your police. And they're all kind of like, well, I don't know, we like old Bobby Joe over here. He's our JP. So they went with him. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So like 3 months later, I get this call at 3 a.m. and I'm like, this is Judge Madison. And they go, this Officer Smith over here at City of Llano, I got a blood search warrant. I'm wondering if you could approve that for us. I said, let me make sure I understand this right. Okay. I applied for the job, didn't get it. Your city council hired the non-attorney JP. He can't sign your blood search warrant, so you're waking me up at 3 a.m. He's not getting paid while he's sleeping and getting paid. Is that pretty much something? I said, I feel like I'm in Alice in Wonderland or something,
Oh my.
But I did it for the officer because I said he's caught between, he's just trying to do his job, and God bless him, he's out there catching DWIs. So I signed his blood search warrant, but I thought this is just like something out of a bad movie,
That driver was probably the only person out at 3 a.m. in Llano, so
Yeah. Well, like to say, 3 and 4 in the morning, it's probably drunk drivers and police. That's about all he's going to be at 4 in the morning.
Well, my grandmother always said nothing good happens after midnight. You don't need to be out on the street. So
That's for sure.
yeah.
All right, well, listen, take care. If y'all get something worked out, let me know and we can get it taken care of. That way you don't have to appear at the next docket. We'll just do it off docket.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Judge.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. All right, let's take a look back at the docket. I've got that. So I think that takes care of everybody on that docket now for the 10 o'clock. So
yes.
Yeah, that's everybody. So I'm going to save this docket here, and then I'm going to jump off and then jump back on in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take a station identification.
Yeah, I don't have anyone scheduled for 11, so I had a 9 and 10.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we had anyone for 11 today.
So I don't have 11.
Okay, so does that take care of everything then?
Yes.
Okay. Great. All right. Well, I guess
So
we're
for
done.
future, do you want me to do a 9, a 10, and 11?
Only if we need it. I mean,
Yeah.
Only if we need it?
about
Okay.
the same. I think we're good. You know, we certainly were able to hammer this out pretty efficiently. So,
Okay.
any comments, Mike? Or things going well? You think on the?
No, I thought that went really, really smooth, Your Honor, and
Good.
that was really good.
Awesome. Okay. Well,
Thank
I
you,
think
Mike,
we're
for the
all
breakout.
working together, and you know, like we told the council, we're gonna hit this thing and work together and get it knocked out. And I'm really happy. We got a good team here. So,
Yep.
we're working.
Connie, do we have any trials pending?
We do have, I know I presented to Judge Madison 3 of the jury trials
We
that
can
we
take us
do.
off recording right now. We don't need to be recording.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay,
Okay.
so Judge Madison was able to clear 1 of the cases. I think there's still
Yeah,
2
actually,
that
it
are-
was one. It was one that was a set for jury, and I was like, "What did we do on that one? What did he agree to?" I'm trying to remember. Was that? Did we give him a deferred or something?
Yes, we gave a deferred, yes.
Okay. The other ones were like pro se, I think, and I gave them one call and I said, I can't, but you're more than welcome to try and contact them. I always like to give people a chance and just say, look, I'm not trying to talk you out of a jury trial, but if you want to get it resolved now, and you know, we can do this, do that. And if you want to offer them something where you can waive the court costs as an incentive,
Okay,
and you know, play with the fine, that's fine with me.
I can do that.
All right.
So if you want to send me those 2 jackets, I can do that, Connie.
Okay, thank you, Mike.
Good deal.
All right.
All right, everybody have a great day. Appreciate it.
Thank